Mas okay yata mag-grappling ko pa sa taas eh.
Ah, talaga? Nabasa ko nga pwede daw mag-dodge eh. Kasi hindi ko siya kaya outrun.
Oo.
Okay. Tamaan pa rin. Thanks.
We lived in an age of wonders. We wove magic into steel and shaped the elements with our words. And yet, even in this golden age, there were stories of cities falling to darkness, of a force reaching from the shadows. We didn't believe them until it came for us. The beacons had always been a part of our world. We never knew who created them, or that someday they would return. But we weren't defenseless. We must get to the beacon!
This is foul magic. Silo, clear a path.
On it! Horns, anger issues. Remind you of anyone?
Shut up and fight. There are too many. Make for the gate. We're through.
What now?
Now, Wingrave, we light the beacon. Somehow, these markings. I can do this. But I'll need some time.
Precursor. We have to buy her some time!
False one! This is vengeance for my people.
This!
I am sorry. No! Just a little longer.
Damn.
We're so close.
You've done it. The light.
Your gods are dead. Your world is ours.
We fight for the living.
Can you hear me? Quickly, follow my voice. Skylight needs you. Take the shard.
I remember. I am Harless Wingrave. I was a warrior, an Imperial Archon, charged to carry the light of the Architect into the darkest places, and to vanquish the forces of evil. How much time has passed? It's all vague. I remember countless enemies, cultists, monsters. Now, it seems that the Empire has been swallowed up by this darkness, that the Architects themselves may have fallen. But their light lives on in me, and I will fight to protect those who survived.
Praise the Architects. I thought we'd lost you. We need to get you back to Skylight. There's no time to explain. You're trapped within the gloom. But with that shard, you can cut through the shadows. You must move quickly. I will guide you as best I can.
Paringkit ko sa kakakanapit.
Greater dangers wait in the shadows ahead. Be quick, but be careful.
Let's go.
You're bound to this layer of gloom. You must find an anchor and destroy it.
Easy.
You can cut through the barrier. Focus. Channel your power through the shard. close to the anchor, the heart of this shadow. You must move quickly before it senses your presence. The anchor of this gloom shadow. You must destroy it. It summoned protection. Prepare yourself. The anchor is vulnerable. Focus your power through the shard. Destroy it! The path is clear, but this shadow is collapsing. Quickly, enter the... At last. Come, we have much to discuss. Wingrave. My friend, it is so good to see you again. I thought we'd lost you forever. Don't worry, your memories will return in time. That battle took place a year ago, and you were lost in the gloom. We've been trying to bring you back ever since. Let me show you. The Eldrin attack was a distraction. The beacon was always the target. We pushed past them and found the creature who was leading the attack. And you did what needed to be done. You fought to the bitter end, and your sacrifice bought me the time we needed. There's so much we don't yet know about the beacon, but its power protects this city. It destroyed our enemies and stopped the Gloom Tear from expanding. We couldn't close the Gloom Gate. But as long as the beacon remains lit, our enemies can't pass through it. And in the year that followed, we've studied it, learned more about this gloom, learned how to bring you back. We survived thanks to you. But the damage is done. Skylight is safe and the land around it. But beyond the Highlands, reality is collapsing into the gloom. There may be other beacons, other places that repel the invaders. The only way to find out is to cut a path through the gloom. And for that, we need Wayfinders. We need you. Your sacrifice, and that of the others, bought me the time I needed to light the beacon. And the beacon's light holds the gloom at bay. It's the only reason we're alive. We still don't know, A year ago, the Eldrin attacked us and extinguished the beacon, and it was then that the gloom began to spread. It corrupts and consumes reality. The beacon protects us, but beyond its light, the gloom has swallowed the world, leaving only shadows and chaos. We don't know if anyone else has survived. That's why we need you. You survived in the gloom. You can do it again. With the tools you've been given, you can cut through its shadows. You must be a Wayfinder. We still know so little about the gloom, and so much of the world has been lost to it. We need you to enter the Lost Zones, to find a path through the shadows. You've been through an ordeal. I shouldn't
Hindi ko
burden
agad
you
eh.
with
Pero
this
parang
now.
kasi siyang nagpapakita siya sa may mga
It's
source
best
ng
you see
ilaw.
what's left of Skylight
So ginawa ko, binasag
and
ko yung mga
other
monitor.
seekers.
Mukhang tama naman kasi
You
may
are sick of
ganitong weird na
once.
nangyari.
You've just forgotten.
Pero
Before the gloom
para
fall,
feeling
we
ko may kulang pa
investigated
akong
ancient
monitor.
mysteries. Now it's the Seekers who are working to keep Skylight and its people alive. Go to the
Titignan ko
Great
lang kung sino
Hall,
pa pwedeng
up above the
basagin.
plaza. Wolf will want to meet you. We'll talk again after you've met with him and Lord Halar.
Parang mapindot eh. Ayos ah.
The power of the
Pero kailangan ko lang
architects.
bumaril-baril dito.
Baka may hanapin ka pa.
You are a marvel, you realize? Bringing you back was nothing short of a miracle of arcanic engineering. I trust your dagger is performing adequately? Come for a lesson, have you?
We have but scraps and ire to fuel us for the fight. Regardless, we will overcome. Welcome, Wayfinder. You honor us with your presence. I fought the Eldrin during the attack, just as you did. But it was your sacrifice that saved Skylight.
Ano kaya?
Wolf,
Ang kubit.
before the fall I was an officer of the Avar Imperium. Now I command our forces, such as they are. There are all too many threats. Shrikes, breaches. But you'll see for yourself soon enough. We will have much to discuss in the days ahead, and we'll have quarters for you soon enough. Much of Skylight was devastated in the attack. The builders are working as quickly as they can. You have more important work ahead of you. But for now, find Lord Halar outside of the Great Hall. He'll get you ready for the tasks that lie ahead.
Come for a lesson, have you? The new Wayfinder.
Diyan ka na daw ba mismo?
I
Hindi ako
am
makalabas
Lord
eh.
Halar.
At
As you
ayun,
know,
nalocked yung
my
pinto.
lands and the Dominion itself
Tapos
have
sabi
been
niya,
swallowed
find,
by the
ang
gloom.
instruction sa akin,
But even
find
now, especially now, names matter.
Parang may nagmumulto kasi
I
nung sa
lead the
simula
Arcanists among the Seekers. By necessity,
na
we have
sumasanib siya doon sa
focused our
items
efforts
tapos
on
nawawala yung
restoring
items
Skylight.
after.
But it is my studies
Ay,
of the gloom
yun,
that
eto,
can help,
na-miss ko yung mga screen na
not
to.
my knowledge of arcanic illumination. What we know for
Feeling ko kailangan ko lang
certain
patayin
is
lahat
that
ng
the
screen
gloom
eh.
alters flora and fauna, and never for the better. Where it lingers, it can consume entire regions, leaving only shadows in
Meron
them.
pa.
Yan pa.
What we call lost zones.
Ayun, may mata.
You were consumed by the gloom, but you survived. Now you
Last
have the
one
power
ata.
to shape it, to some degree. The shard you've been given
Yan pa o sa
focuses this
taas.
gift.
Ayun, dami pala. Oo.
Only
ko
a
napansin yung mga nasa
wayfinder
taas
can
na yun.
enter a lost zone. But this is just a glimmer of your full potential. If you can enforce your will upon the gloom, perhaps one day we can undo the damage that has been done. But I can only tell you of the gloom.
Angle,
Omen
first side
can
kaya
show
to.
you. Return to her, near the gloom gate, Wayfinder.
Diyan din sa likod.
She will
Eto,
guide you in the
meron.
next steps of your journey.
We have lost
Akit
so
ka nga,
much of
akit ka
our
dun.
world to the gloom.
Yan.
We still don't
Oh,
know
meron
if we
pa
can
sa
restore
taas.
what has been lost.
Wala, hindi
The gloom
naaakit
is
to eh.
consuming
Kala ko nga
our
dito
world.
pupunta eh.
Our beacon holds it at bay,
Parang wala na eh.
but much was lost before it was lit. Beyond skylight,
Pwede nang
you will find breaches where the gloom has ripped away pieces of our world.
Kung meron man, isang parang mga malilit na screen na lang.
Using the focusing shard, you can pass through breaches to reach a shadow of what was lost, what we call lost zones. These are unstable and unpredictable, reflecting what was or what might have been. We're running out of time. The gloom is breaking down our defenses, and we
ilaw.
don't know how to stop it. We need you to explore the lost zones, to find a way to fight the gloom and reclaim our world.
Wala ba dito sa
We do
gilid?
know the large gate behind me is the key. In theory, you can reach any lost zone through this gate. In practice, there are limitations. Usually, you must find and enter a breach directly to access a lost zone for the first time. After that, you can access it and any other breach you found through this gate. But you can't just stumble into a breach. You need a connection to the lost zone to guide you through it. This might mean finding an object from the zone or experiencing an event tied to it. For now, I have a single connection I
Ayun,
can share
lumabas
with
na pala.
you. The Codex
Kasi nga
Halls
naubos
of
na.
Aurelian. There. Go to the gate, follow the connection I have given you, and return to the gloom. The shard you've been using is an incomplete tool. Find a Codex Ember in the gloom. Then we can transform your focusing shard into a full gloom dagger, allowing you to harness your full potential.
That's hiding daw. Ito. Parang poltergeist ah.
This is a lost zone. It's not a perfect replica of the world that was. It's a dream inspired by what was lost. When you return here again, everything, the layout, the creatures within it, may change. This lost zone is tied to Aurelian, a fortress monastery of the Avar Order of the Silver Codex. The Codex monks were conducting arcane research, and we need to know more about them. Aurelian was raised by raiders from the maze years before the Gloomfall. You'll need to establish your own connection to it. Yes. It was a miracle that we could pull you back to Skylight. But like your memories, some of your skills were lost. Don't worry. It will all come back to you in time. This connection I've provided is temporary and unpredictable. Look for a Codex Ember. With it, you can turn your shard into a full gloom dagger and establish your own connections. I can't guide you when you go deeper. To escape, you'll need to find the heart of this lost zone, the anchor, and destroy it. This weakens the gloom and lets us harvest its energy through your shard.
Ay! Ay.
Explore as thoroughly as you can. We need the supplies and knowledge you may find, and exploration may grant you connection to other lost zones. Now go, and good luck.
Eh, ba't sila tumatalon? Daya.
Have no fear.
Hindi ako makalabas.
For the Empire. The battle is won, but the war continues.
Bug? Hindi ako makalabas. Ah, lock. Okay. So, what now?
No fear. Our victory was never in doubt.
What is this? Something new. Something interesting. I hear an echo in the darkness. You have promise, yes. But you don't have what I need. Not yet. Go ahead. Run along home. I'll be watching you, Wayfinder.
The 12 elements are more than... Tell me, how are you feeling? Are your limbs working as you expect them to? Does your body feel reliably solid? As a Wayfinder, you aren't just a creature of flesh and blood. You shaped your body from the gloom, and it's your will that holds it together. It's remarkable. Because of this, you have powers you don't yet understand. Think to your recent battles. Have you seen flares of energy flowing from your fallen enemies? These are echoes, fragments of the spiritual essence of your enemy, traces of who they were. As a Wayfinder, you can fuse the echoes of your enemies into your own form. As you progress, you'll learn how to weave echoes into your weapons and even your relics. This is a crucial tool that can dramatically increase your power. I urge you to experiment with it. The Silver Codex studied ways to manipulate arcane energies. We can use the ember you recovered from Aurelian to create your Gloom Dagger, and to establish your own connection to the ruins. You see, the shard you claimed in the gloom is a rough and imperfect tool. You need to make it a true extension of yourself, a blade that can cut through reality. Use the Echo Matrix to combine the ember and the shard. Visualize the shape of your dagger. You can draw on the threads of the gloom and make your vision real. Try it. Power. They are the
Yan ba kayo?
basis of all things.
Yep.
All that is.
Gagawa niya.
All that will be.
Aray.
Ay, tayo na restart na ako. Activate ko pa rin TMP. TMP 2.0.